So DDG asked a judge to stop Halle Bailey from taking their son out of the country for work because he says she's emotionally unstable, suicidal, and is a danger to their son's safety and to others. DDG submitted these docs in response to her request to go out of the country with Halle and the things she had filed previously in her own restraining order. He says that there are several instances that show her instability over several years. There's a bunch of text messages that he included in his filing and a ton of photos of alleged abuse, including bruises and such he received from their physical altercations. But the most alarming thing that he alleges is that on March 21st, 2024, Halle sent a ton of text messages to him allegedly threatening to unalive herself and suggesting that their son might be harmed as well. He says during this time that she was actually driving a car, and he alleges that he was so scared for her safety because she had allegedly said she would do things like this to herself many times before, and that he actually called her godmother because he was worried that their child would be in danger and that she was in danger because of the emotional state she was in. There was also another incident in August 2023 where they got into an argument of some sort, after which he alleges that Halle took his Lego and left their home, and he got scared again for her safety and called his mom and his mother's fiancé because he couldn't find her. He says that they found her outside of the home allegedly still holding the gun, and she was emotionally unwell and incoherent and potentially suicidal. And then there is an additional time on March 22nd in Atlanta that he alleges that this was the first time that Halle threatened to harm herself with a knife. She was apparently texting and calling him repeatedly, and DDG actually has receipts. In one text, she says, "Cry about it later." And this is after she would have threatened to harm herself and not live anymore. And that's a repeated cycle in this text. We also see him responding and saying, "Why do you want me to sit on the phone and listen to you yell at me all day? You do this to me every day." And she says, "I beg for your help and you know I don't have anyone. I'm actively suicidal and struggling. You know I've been running to the doctor every day for help and you still play in my face. I won't make it to my birthday because of you." All of this was such a bombshell, my mind is still reeling. This public fight will definitely erase the Disney sweetheart shine Halle got from being the Little Mermaid. She was a child star and probably has a lot of issues like all child stars. This reminded me of Zendaya for some reason. Zendaya has mentioned in interviews that she makes sure her nails are perfect and never chipped, because a chipped nail to her is a sign of an incoming meltdown.
A pet peeve. I think it's more personal. But I always have this joke that, like, if my nail breaks, I break. Every time if my nail chips or breaks, I'm like, ooh, I'm on the verge of losing it. I don't know what it is. It just, every time it lines up with, like, me being exhausted or me being, like, whatever. I'm like, I can't have my nail break because I know that I'm about to, like, have a meltdown.
The lesson I took from that is that children should never be allowed near Hollywood because what the hell? None of us knew these things about Halle though, but her text to DDG are something else. I don't know if DDG is completely innocent himself. Halle has claimed he hit her and chipped her tooth. He said that wasn't true and provided his side of the story, which involves Halle throwing herself at him until he cut his thumb. I don't really know who to believe, but the case is still young. DDG did knowingly send his fans to attack a nail salon.
Halle Bailey and DDG accused LA nail salon of racism. Halle went on social media to share a bad experience with a nail salon called Perfect Nails. She said that she had informed the salon prior to arriving that her sister Chloe would be late for her apo. It meant confirming it would be okay, but when she arrived at the empty salon, she had a heated argument with a salon worker who canceled Chloe's appointment. The salon asked her to leave, sparking her boyfriend, DDG, to post on X about Hal's experience. "This place is racist towards black people." He posted on X, "They kicked my girlfriend out while doing her nails." In addition, DDG shared a link to the salon's Yelp page and urged his followers to leave a negative review. "Please give them a 1-star, he added. "They don't deserve business." Fans of the I'm Geek and hitmaker swiftly took action, flooding the Yelp page with 1-star reviews and unfavorable feedback.
And has done the same to Halle many times, so he does seem to have a lot of issues too. If they still continue the public battle, a lot of information they don't want to come out will, and it will be bad, especially for Halle. She's the biggest star who's also built her brand on perfection. I don't understand why these stars still do this, because perfection is impossible. Additionally, Hollywood doesn't like drama, and DDG's habit of turning his fans against Halle may make studios think he will turn people against movies she's in, so I'm definitely scared for her career. His career on the other hand should be safe because his fans know and have seen exactly the kind of person he is. But birds of a feather fly together. Halle was fine with DDG's issues until he turned his antics on her. Then she suddenly had a problem and called him toxic. She has confessed to having serious postpartum depression though, but she's been threatening DDG with self-harm since before she was pregnant, and he has text to prove it. Halle won the internet's favor with her own restraining order, but DDG's move has shown there is more to the story and that Halle isn't as innocent as she looks. One thing I noted in Halle's text was that she kept saying she and Halle were alone and had no one whenever she wanted to get back with him. What surprised me because she's always seemed close with her sister Chloe, and her other sister Sky was vehemently defending her against DDG.
Hey, good morning, y'all. So what I don't like is when I wake up or when I go on YouTube first thing in the morning and I see my sister on the vlogs and it's over some dude. Daryl, DDG, like, bruh, what's wrong with you?
That's just a surprising thought I had while reading her texts. I don't know why I'm surprised about DDG's claims though. Halle has actually joked about being a love psycho a few times. I remember watching her video Because I Love You, where she sings about her boyfriend stalking and being weird towards her, but at the end of it, she's a psycho to him too. We all thought she was joking, but it seems she wasn't. And now DDG shows how she's been forcing reconciliations with him by threatening to unalive herself, delete their unborn baby, and so on. It's also unbelievably wild. She and DDG dressed up as Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown for Halloween in 2023, so it seems like they knew the parallels between their own relationship and Whitney's. To be fair, Halle's postpartum depression obviously made her unstable, and you could say it's not in good form for DDG to use her text during this period against her. I accept she needs grace for this, and she has released a statement about how horrible it is that DDG is using her postpartum depression against her, which is fair. She has also mentioned that DDG is stretching the truth, which I think is her trying to spin the story because her text are something else. There's literally no need for DDG to stretch anything. But I believed her when she claimed her actions were a response to how DDG treated her. Do I think she could have done better than threaten to delete their unborn kid to make him behave? Absolutely. But she got into this relationship young, probably before working on her own issues, so she thought threatening deletions was fair. If this goes to court, it may not go as well for her as she thinks, because any psychologist will see that she has issues which make her not truly fit for full custody of their kids. Regardless of what DDG did to her, she went too far by threatening her own son's life after all. This case has shocked me to the core. I will remain neutral and see how it all goes down, because it seems to be a case of two toxic people in a relationship. I'm now officially terrified of rich people. It seems their minds are so idle they do the craziest things. But to be fair, Halle is getting help for her mental health issues, so let's remember to give her grace and hope DDG seeks help for behaving in a way that pushed Halle to such behavior. Mental health issues also sometimes make us think crazy things, so it could also be that DDG never cheated, mistreated her, or did anything beyond talking to other girls, and Halle's mind stretched things. I have OCD myself, and I am familiar with just how much the brain can stretch a simple thing and turn it into sheer stress. If that's the case, we should also show DDG some grace, because it can't be easy to always defend every friendly conversation or interaction you've had, and he has claimed their relationship was extremely stressful on his part. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.